My God is awesome, He's in all directions. He's too big, He's too wide, He's too strong, He won't fit.
Hello, Salvation Center, and welcome to our very first iConnect interview. I have Bethel here with me to introduce his new album release mixtape. Bethel, thank you so much for joining us today. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. You?
I'm doing good. I'm actually really excited to get to know you a little bit more. For those who may not know you, explain and give us a little bit about yourself and where you're from.
Well, I'm currently a student at University of Texas at San Antonio, and originally I was born in Nigeria. And moved there when I was 8 with my family, and you know I'm the second out of 5 boys, and yeah, basically now I'm here.
5 boys, and you were born and raised in Nigeria.
Born and raised, moved there when I was 8.
Okay, so what brought you to San Antonio? You mentioned you were here studying at UTSA. What brought you to San Antonio?
School, that's it. Yeah, that's it.
That's it. Just school. What are you studying in school?
I'm a bio major.
Okay.
Bio major, you know, pre-dental. Obviously, like working with people's teeth.
Okay, that's something
you get
different.
What I mean.
That's something different. So from growing up in Nigeria and now attending UTSA, at what point did you realize that you could rap? Like, when did that talent become known?
That talent always been there. I've been rapping since I was 10 or 11. You know.
10? What were you rapping about at 10 years old?
Whatever I was listening about, you know. Basically, what I was listening to, you know, mainstream artists, basically like T.I., 50 Cent, if y'all know who I'm talking about. And you know, I used to sneak in my bedroom and make sure my dad don't hear the music I was listening to. So I was always, you know, lyrically, you know, and musically inclined in what I was doing at a young age.
Okay, you mentioned rappers like 50 Cent and T.I., and there are a lot of rappers in mainstream, and you could have taken the secular route as a rap artist, but you took the gospel route instead. Why is that?
That's because God captured me. You know, I was into the whole secular scene. And, you know, I even had a record label opportunity with Universal coming out of high school.
Wow.
And it was a 1-year deal, basically. And if they like you for that year, they'll keep you. If they don't, they'll drop you. But basically, you know, within that whole situation, God had captured me, and it's a whole dilemma. But basically, I was like, okay, I had this talent, but I just can't let it go to waste. So what is there to do? Christian have to rap. Godly rap, you know, use whatever talent I have to glorify God, basically. So that's why I'm here. Okay,
in that talent and your style of music, who would you say has most greatly influenced you?
I would say with the whole 116 movement, you know, Trip Lee. Basically, I started off listening to him and then grew on with Lecrae and all of that. But so mostly like, you know, other Christian hip hop artists that also, you know, are there in a higher place, just motivating you to, you know, also continue what you're doing.
Okay. So with those type of music artists, and I know that you have expanded into different types of music that's kind of built on that creativity. Your actual album title is really creative as well. It's called No Religion.
No Religion.
No Religion. What made you choose that title?
I don't like religion. That's why. Basically, I feel like religion is a blockade. I feel like it's a stumbling block. You know, I feel like Christianity and religion is 2 different things, basically. Religion is more of a superficial thing and an outward looking thing, and Christianity is more of an inner spiritual thing, you know, what God is seeing what you're doing instead of you telling people what you're doing, you know. So basically, I feel like religion is it's just a distraction from what's the main goal, which is Jesus. So Jesus is greater than religion. No religion.
No religion.
No religion.
So what I'm getting from it is that battle between kind of what is known as religion and spirituality. So for those that are Christian and those that are non-Christian who aren't into gospel rap, how do you wish to draw them into your music? Basically,
you know, you have to know your crowd. Basically, you have to know what type of people you're ministering to. If you're a non-Christian, you never heard of the gospel, basically, you don't come off straight bashing them. You don't come off with something that's going to throw them off of balance or throw them away from your music. You know, you come at them with love, you know. So if you show them that, they're more open to and more inclined to hear what you got to say. And slowly but surely, you know, by the Spirit of God and by the grace of God, they'll come around and love what I'm doing.
I agree with you that love is what will allow people to at least hear what you have to say and appreciate your music.
Yes.
Now, there may be some people that may not be aware of who you are, whether it be on the UTSA campus or even here at Salvation Center. But for those, tell us where we can find your music online or buy your CD.
Yeah, you can find my music online at certain websites. One for sure is thatpiff.com. The link will be below this interview. And And at my concert, I'll be having, you know, copies of the CD for sale. You know, so if you want to show support, if you want to help me out in my administration, you know, y'all could buy a couple CDs. You understand? But yeah, that's where it's all for now.
Your concert, that is November 15th, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Salvation Center, you heard it here first. Album release party Friday, November 15th.
It's going down.
So what can people expect to see that night?
Man, I'm just saying, y'all gonna see it. Y'all gonna see a totally different atmosphere. You know, basically, we're gonna bring energy. You know, especially with the youth.
Energy, okay.
We're gonna bring a lot of energy, and it's gonna see a lot of people who are, you know, amped for Christ, who are just ready to, you know, go out there and win souls. But you know, at the end of the day, you know, we're so excited, so we don't care. We unashamed, basically. We're unashamed about the gospel of Christ, and we're just gonna use that night to show how much we love God through music, and it's gonna be wild.
All right, well, there you have it. No Religion, release date November 15th here at Salvation Center.
Yes.
Bethel, thank you so much for coming out and
Thank
talking
you.
to me. I appreciate you.
I appreciate it.
All right, thank you, Salvation Center.